What is good on YouTube? Hayden here, and in today's episode, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as VONG and the Russell 1000. Guys, we made a video yesterday where I was talking about how much higher we could possibly be moving to, and if you watch that video, there's a very small chance we could continue on this uptrend to the upside. But more so, I'm getting a bit nervous as we are becoming overextended, overbought, and seeing the peaks being hit, which would ultimately cause correction across the board in these markets. For example, looking at, let's say, XRP, you can see how even though we just broke bullish outside major resistance, we ultimately still think, I still ultimately think we're inside a head and shoulders pattern, which is universally a bearish sign here. You can see what a head and shoulders pattern looks like in crypto. This is typically a bearish signal here. When you have the shoulder, the head, the shoulder, the right shoulder, and then correction where the neckline is, it's very, very, very typical that it ends in a bearish reversal here. Look, shoulder, neckline, shoulder. Here's the neckline. Once confirmed below neckline, we usually kind of tumble to the downside here. And that's truly what I believe is forming right now on XRP. But we'll go into that into more detail in a minute here. Things look a bit interesting on Solana. Huge correction on Solana as of yesterday. Major reversal to the downside, but well within what we believe is also bearish. You can see here, we have this beautiful ascending fractal, but it's inside a huge correction wave here. So, you know, typically how we enter these is how we exit. So because this is almost a continuation pattern. So we entered bearish, we consolidated up, we ended bearish again. Flash forward to now, we entered bearish, consolidated up, and more than likely we're going to exit bearish as well. But anything can happen here. We are at 50 on the RSI. This is ample opportunity now to use support and both support and moving average to reverse out of that. Again, very possible. XRP has either direction we could move to. We haven't really confirmed a breach of head and shoulders just yet, so anything is still on the table right now. Same thing with Bitcoin and a lot of these other cryptos, but you can see like VONG pre-day trading is consolidating, and it almost looks like we're getting real close to trending outside support here, and we'll see where that goes. We are still in what I believe is a very high and large, higher low pattern, to the upside here, but you can see volume has slowly trickled off, and the reason we've kind of been sizzling out or dying out here is because we originally started very low and had plenty of room to head up, but we started to get close to this major resistance, the price ceiling, and we don't have as much volume or steam to head up higher. So truly what I would think would be the next step is a small dip, a healthy correction across the board, and that would allow us to head up even higher. We'll see if it happens. S&P is doing identical things to VONG, so it's really not something to pay attention to. But with that all being said, smash that like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's get right into today's episode. Now, guys, before I dive into the technical analysis, remember, BYDFI is doing a new user bonus, which is phenomenal. This is the first time I have seen BYDFI offer a massive promotion, one of this stature here. You pretty much get 50% back on a deposit of $100, $100 back on a $500 deposit, and it just continues to climb up. I mean, what you could do with $2,000 in a bonus here times 10x would be $20K. I mean, there's a massive opportunity here for traders and whale traders alike. If you've already signed up to BYDFI, you can always, click the link in the description down below and just create a new account, send money into the new one, and then boom, you get new bonuses and free crypto to trade around with yet again. So phenomenal stuff. Highly recommend you check BYDFI out in the description down below. We'll talk about them more later on in today's episode. But as you guys can see, current coin market cap reveals 61 on Fear and Greed. Slow consolidation back down here. We don't look that bad. And you can see slowly veering down, Ethereum veering down, XRP veering down. Lots of these cryptos are steadily starting to see a small pull to the downside here, which isn't really anything to worry about. As you guys know, we have been in a very, very high rally to the upside here. I'm also genuinely curious to who partnered with CoinMarketCap. There it is. Kraken and Uniswap have entered that. I was like, who is offering this huge? Like, this is going to be huge for people to click on and buy. So who is who's sponsoring the coin market cap here? We have Kraken and Uniswap. So that gives that's what I wanted to know here. But diving into today's video, starting with XRP. This is definitely one of the harder cryptos to track in the past couple of weeks here, because we have a beautiful head and shoulders pattern forming. It's very obvious that it's right here. First one, second one, and then, or first one, this is the head, and then second shoulder right here. We have a beautiful drawn out neckline. You could even probably extend the neckline up even higher if you really wanted to, but I'll leave it as a consolidative point right here. Really, the focus is right now, are we in a second shoulder, the right shoulder, or are we going to break down? That's pretty much the question here. Now, the way we would confirm that the head and shoulders is broken is by closing above the ceiling, which is closer to about $2.60 to maybe $2.65 here. And then we'd be able to continue our rally to the upside here, because keep in mind, we are in a descending fractal here, a bull flag, and we did just recently break out of it. So this could extend this up. But we have a bit of resistance here. Now, I don't think we have enough to, scale this outwards here. It just doesn't look all that accurate. It's possible. I mean, I go back and forth with this all the time because we have, one point, we have a wick right here and a second point right here. And if I was to jump to the 4 hour, you can see it makes sense. 1, 2, and then here's number 3. Now we're seeing correction here. So there's a lot to consider, a lot to pay attention to here. This is the descending fractal to the downside here. And what we're looking for is a short opportunity, a short play. I mean, if this is accurate, if this descending fractal is accurate, it's obviously a bullish, signal, but we have a much larger and a much more suppressive technical indicator on top of it, which is this huge head and shoulders pattern that can easily cause us to breach neckline and just dump. So it's tough. There's a lot to go back and forth with, but this could also be a short-term short opportunity. Those that want to trade, let's say on the 4 hour charts here, we could easily see this topple over and short to the downside here. So there are lots of openings here for possibilities. You could see with possible correction. I don't think this is accurate for us to scale this any lower. Nope. So we're going to delete that. Might as well delete this. Really not all that necessary, but you can clearly tell. I mean, we'll delete it for right now, but you can clearly see this was a big resistance right there. Then we started to consolidate down. So now we have this second shoulder forming here. We're just really trying to figure out, is this confirmed just yet, or will we see a breach and a reversal to the upside here? Obviously, we'll do all these trades on BitFi, the #1 cryptocurrency exchange that I like to use here on the channel for those that don't know. On top of the crazy incentive bonus that they're giving away here, that's only for 10 days. It ends, I believe, on the 21st. So you have like 9 days left. They also have a reward center and a demo trading account, which is also phenomenal here. So if you miss out on this, let's say that expires, or you just want extra rewards, you can earn up to $8,100 in free bonus crypto by stacking it with stuff like this, or whichever one you want to do. I'm not sure if they're going to allow you to do both at the same time, but certainly many opportunities to get free crypto and to, they want to earn your business. So make sure to check it out. Daily rewards. They have exclusive rewards. They have hot rewards, tons of things offered on here. They even have this demo account, which gives you $50K in demo money to practice trading, learn the exchange, get familiar. And then when you're ready, you can head on over to the live exchange and trade around with that bonus money that you've gotten. So super cool. Check out BitFi down in the description below. But on top of that here, moving away from XRP and BitFi, here's where things get a bit interesting. We talked about the dump just yesterday. Go watch yesterday's video. It was the most obvious technical indicator pattern ever. We had a beautiful higher low pattern on the RSI, and we said this is not going to continue to pump. There's no more room to head to the upside. It is guaranteed we're going to breach this and stumble. And guess what? That is exactly what we did. Huge drop to the downside. The most obvious technical pattern that there possibly could have been, the most easy textbook analysis that we could have used. And here we are inside still this ascending fractal. These typically are bearish. That's the weird part. Let's see if we can even pull up ascending fractal crypto. If that will even do anything, I don't know the exact term. That's pretty much the fractal here. But we can do maybe an ascending bull or bear flag. Maybe it's the opposite. Let's see. So this is, what are they saying? This is how we, here we go. So here we go. Here we have bull flags and bear flags. This is interesting though. So it's typically how we enter is how we exit here. So if I then pull up, what is it? Solana, you can see we fell into it and rallied up. So we're falling into it and then rallying up. So you can see, or I guess we have a bear flag forming, and what we used to have is bull flags forming, or we have a bearish pennant. It really depends on how you want to look at it. I would say more so it's a flag than a pennant, but it really doesn't matter because how we enter is how we exit. If we enter bullish, it's a continuation pattern, and we exit bullish. If we enter bearish, we have a continuation, and then we exit bearish, which is what we're experiencing now. So we entered bearish, we're going to exit more than likely bearish. So there's a lot waiting on Solana in regards to negative possibilities and expecting this to correct downwards here. Ethereum, beautiful consolidative point right here inside a huge ascending broadening wedge. These also have bearish tendencies. Bitcoin inside a crazy ascending fractal. This one's all over the place. I've pretty much set Bitcoin aside. Possibly could see correction here. Vong, I think, is due. I mean, we could continue to pump, but we are going to be so freaking overbought, and then we are going to see the tumble downwards. But I would hope that we can consolidate at least in here like we've done in the past, because this lowered us, you can see, from here all the way, let's say, to here, caused us to go from 70 down to 39 on the RSI, and all we did was just hug inside this ascending or the sideways channel here. I'm hoping we do the same thing. We can maybe pull up a little bit higher, and when we fall, we'll stay inside this ascending fractal or the sideways channel, and then we'll rally out. So I think we're in a good position. We just need more consolidation. But with that being said, smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.